You are fixated on someone who might not feel the same about you. You feel like this person is your fate, yet you do not understand why it causes so much pain. When you lose sleep because you are always thinking of them, when every song makes you think of them, and when you believe the universe forced you together, then you must stop. What you will find out in the next few minutes could break your romantic dreams or prove that this bond is actually real. Carl Jung, a famous and controversial psychologist, spent his life trying to solve this mystery. What he discovered is so shocking that most therapists would never share it with you because Jung does not offer false hope. He shows the harsh truth about love, even when it hurts. Before we go further, take a step that will increase the power of what you are learning. Subscribe to this channel now because we speak openly about truths others are afraid to say. Like this video so more people can find this important information. Most importantly, write the name of the person you can't stop thinking about in the comments. If you want to stay private, just write the word destiny. Every action you take right now creates a strength that will help you understand everything better. Do it now. Do not wait until the end because what is coming is so strong that you must be fully focused. Today you will find out if this person who occupies your mind is truly your fate or just a deep emotional wound pretending to be love. I am warning you. This information could ruin the story you have told yourself about this relationship. Are you ready for the truth? Jung discovered that 90% of people who think they are experiencing a fated love are actually just repeating bad patterns from their childhood. They mistake being emotionally dependent for a soul connection. They call it destiny, when it is really a wound that needs to be fixed. But here is what no one mentions. There are also those 10% of connections that are real, that go beyond time and space and have a divine meaning. In the next few minutes, I will show you exactly how to see the difference. If you have stayed this far, it is for a reason. Something inside you knows this information is vital. You are looking for answers no one has given you. You are tired of feeling crazy for loving someone who might not be that important in your life. Pay attention. What you are about to learn might hurt your pride, but it will set your spirit free. Jung did not come to agree with your romantic fantasies. He came to wake you up. This awakening is necessary, but it is painful. Here is the truth that the love industry hides. You do not fall in love with people. You fall in love with your own ideas of them. The person you think is perfect is actually reflecting parts of your own mind that you haven't dealt with yet. You see what you need to see, not who they really are. This is scary because it means all that love at first sight or feeling like you knew someone in a past life might just be your subconscious mind putting its old problems onto someone else. But wait, before you worry, Jung also found something amazing. When two people have healed their own wounds, they can meet on a soul level beyond these projections. That is true, fated love. It is not the romantic stuff in movies, but something much deeper. Do you want the proof of whether this person is meant for you? Jung gives clear signs, but they are so honest that most people don't want to hear them. Listen carefully because this is where the truth separates from the lie. If this person makes you feel anxious or insecure, or if you feel you must constantly prove yourself, then that is not fate. It is your trauma disguised as attraction. If this person triggers your old fears of being left alone, makes you feel like you aren't good enough, or keeps you wondering if they love you, then this is not your destiny. It is your past asking for healing. If you stay awake wondering if they care, that is not peace. It is the fear of your wounded ego. The scary part is that most people are addicted to this because they confuse fear with passion and drama with depth. As long as you stay confused, you will be stuck in cycles that drain you. Now comes the part that can change your life forever. This is for those brave enough to see the truth. Jung found that true fated love is the opposite of what we are taught. Listen to these signs carefully. It gives you a deep sense of peace, not constant worry. It lets you sleep well because you feel safe. It makes you feel loved for who you are without having to fight for attention. It allows you to be real without fear of being judged. It helps you grow without forcing you to change just to please them. If the person you are thinking of does not fit this, I have hard news. It is not your destiny. It is an emotional habit disguised as cosmic love. I know it hurts. Your mind is looking for excuses to deny this, but your soul is nodding right now. You are ready for the biggest realization. Jung found that people who are most obsessed with finding a soulmate are the least ready to have one. This is because they want someone to complete them, while true love only shows up when you are already whole. Here is the secret. If you desperately need this person to be the one, if your peace depends on them, then they are likely not meant for you. True love does not come to save you. It comes to celebrate you. It does not fill you up. It expands you. It accompanies you in your wholeness. Now is the moment of hard truth. Are you ready to let go of the person you think is your destiny? When you see they are actually just a lesson you haven't learned yet, do you have the courage to admit this might not be love? Jung would tell you that as long as you hold on to relationships that drain you, you are blocking your real love from arriving. It is like hugging a photo at your front door while your real partner is ringing the bell but cannot get in. Let me ask you honestly, does this person help you become a better version of yourself? Or do they keep you stuck in old ways? Do they lead you toward growth or just confirm what you already know? True love is about moving forward, not repeating the past. It does not come to keep you comfortable. It comes to expand your world. Jung said that everything that bothers us about others can help us understand ourselves. If this person makes you nervous or anxious, do not ignore that. Your soul is telling you which parts of you need help. Close your eyes for 30 seconds and think about how you feel about yourself when you are with them. Do you feel free or trapped? Real or fake? Calm or tense? These feelings are your inner compass showing you the truth. Jung taught that becoming your true self is the most important task you have. Relationships are just tools to help you get there. How often have you confused what is familiar with what is destiny? The human brain likes what it knows, even if it hurts. That is why we are drawn to people who treat us like we were treated as children. It isn't destiny, it is just a pattern. True love feels real, like coming home after a long trip. Jung spoke of meaningful coincidences called synchronicity. If someone entered your life during a big change, pay attention. But a coincidence does not mean they have to stay forever. Sometimes people come into our lives to give us a message and then they leave. That is also okay. One of the best signs that someone is meant for you is that you can be completely yourself without fear. You can show your flaws and fears, and they stay to help you. True love does not run away from your weakness. It loves you because of who you are, including your dark sides. Have you noticed that when you look for love because you feel empty, you only find relationships that show that emptiness? When you start to heal and love yourself, your energy changes. You stop looking for what you need and start finding what matches you. Jung said those who look outside are dreaming, but those who look inside wake up. If you have been looking for destiny in someone else's eyes, maybe it is time to find it in your own. The person meant for you does not complete you. They see that you are already whole and choose to walk with you. That is the difference between a lesson and a destiny. A lesson is intense and dramatic, but its job is to teach you something and then fade. A destiny comes without the drama and brings peace. The biggest barrier to this is fear. Fear of being seen or fear of being left. But being vulnerable is a strength. If you have to hide yourself to be loved, it is not destiny. True love sees your soul beyond your mistakes. Sometimes the person meant for you is your opposite, someone who brings a new perspective. But it should never feel forced. It should feel like a natural flow. Are you really looking for a connection, or are you running away from yourself? Often the search for love is just an escape from being alone. No relationship can fill a hole you haven't faced yourself. The right person does not save you from loneliness. They join you in your happiness. You are ready for a real connection when you no longer desperately need it. This doesn't mean you are perfect, but it means you are aware. You understand your patterns and your wounds. True love grows through truth, not through fantasy. It is based on freedom, not control. If the person you can't forget keeps you in a state of fear, it is a wound, not love. Real love is stable. Jung taught that the soul knows its partner without needing a reason. What about the people you loved who left? They were part of your path to help you grow and prepare for what is next. They were teachers, not mistakes. Every connection was perfect for your development at that time, but you cannot receive something new if you are holding on to the old. When you let go, you make space for what is truly meant for you. If these words feel right to you, your soul is preparing for something new. Maybe it is time to let go of what holds you back and realize you deserve a love that makes you greater. True love is not a person who fixes your life. It is life inviting you to love yourself so much that you only choose people who respect you. You must become the peace you want to find. When you become who you truly are, love appears not as a search, but as two whole souls deciding to build something beautiful together. When you reach this level of awareness, you stop asking if they are the one and start asking if they are worthy of the person you have become. This is the shift that changes everything. Most people spend their lives waiting for a knock on the door, hoping a soulmate will arrive to solve their inner silence. But Jung suggests that the silence is not a void to be filled. It is a space to be explored. If you are still waiting for someone to prove your worth to you, you are giving them power they were never meant to have. True destiny is not a lucky accident that happens to you. It is a mirror of your own inner growth. When you stop chasing the reflection, the reality finally has room to appear. You may have spent years chasing after ghosts of your past, believing that the intensity of your pain was proof of the depth of your love. You were told that love must be a struggle, a storm, or a constant battle to be won. But the most radical truth Jung offers is that love should not feel like a war. If it feels like a constant effort to keep someone interested, you are not in a relationship. You are in a pursuit of a fantasy. The person who is actually meant to walk beside you will not require you to diminish your soul just to fit into their world. They will not ask you to quiet your voice or hide your truth. Instead, the right connection acts like a catalyst, speeding up your journey toward your own potential. This is why the work you do on yourself right now is the most important romantic gesture you could ever make. By healing your own childhood wounds and facing your own shadows, you are clearing the path for a healthy partner to find you. You are essentially telling the universe that you are no longer available for drama or pain. You are signaling that you are ready for peace. This transition might feel lonely at first because you're letting go of the old, familiar weight of obsession. But that emptiness is just the clearing of a garden. Before something new can grow, the old weeds must be pulled out. Do not be afraid of the quiet space between who you were and who you are becoming. This is where your true power lives. The connection you are seeking is not hidden in a specific person, but in your own ability to be whole. When you finally stand in your own light, you will no longer need to search for someone to light the way for you. You will simply meet someone on the path who is also walking in their own light. That is the moment where the search ends and the real journey begins. It is a partnership of two complete individuals, not two halves trying to make a whole. Trust the process of your own evolution. The right person isn't just someone you find. They are someone you recognize because you finally recognize yourself. When you finally accept this truth, you begin to see that true love is not a mystery to be solved, but a state of being to be lived. Many people remain stuck because they are waiting for a sign from the outside, but the only sign that matters is your own inner peace. If you have to ask 1,000 questions about whether someone loves you, you already have your answer. Destiny is not loud, it is a quiet certainty. It does not require you to decode text messages or analyze body language for hours. When a connection is meant for you, the communication is as natural as breathing. You realize that all the time you spent chasing people was actually time you spent running away from your own greatness. You were trying to find your value in the eyes of someone else because you were afraid to look at your own. But once you see your own light, you can no longer be fooled by the shadows of others. You start to understand that every person who left you was actually doing you a favor. They were clearing the space for someone who could actually handle your depth. They were moving out of the way so you could finally meet your own soul. This is the moment you stop being a seeker and start being a creator. You stop asking what the universe can give you and start showing the universe what you have to offer. You find that the more you invest in your own joy, the more the world reflects that joy back to you. Your life becomes a magnet for people who are on the same level of self-awareness. You no longer have to explain your worth to anyone because you carry it with you like a silent power. This is the end of the struggle. You are no longer fighting against the current of your life. You are flowing with it. You trust that what belongs to you will find you, and what does not belong will fall away. You feel a sense of relief that is deeper than any romantic high you have ever felt. It is the relief of finally being home within yourself. From this place of strength, you can love others truly, because you no longer need them to fix you. You can share your life without losing your identity. You can be part of a couple while remaining a complete individual. This is the goal of the human experience. It is the peak of the journey Jung described. You have turned your lead into gold and your pain into wisdom. You are now ready to experience a love that is as vast and beautiful as the soul itself. This realization brings you to the final and most important truth of all. You now understand that your obsession was never really about the other person, but about your own hunger for transformation. That person was just a screen where you watched the movie of your own hidden desires and unhealed parts. Once you turn the projector off, you aren't left in the dark. You finally see the room you are standing in. You see that you are the source of all the intensity you were chasing. All that passion, all that deep longing, and all that magic actually came from inside you. It was your heart doing the feeling, and it was your mind doing the dreaming. This means you have the power to direct that energy toward your own goals and your own happiness whenever you choose. You are no longer a beggar waiting for someone to give you a scrap of affection. You are the owner of the feast. As you walk this path, you will notice a strange thing happening. The people who used to make your heart race with anxiety no longer have any power over you. Their silence doesn't hurt you, and their presence doesn't define you. You look at them with kindness, but without the old hunger. You see them as they truly are, just human beings with their own struggles and flaws, rather than gods who hold your destiny in their hands. This is true maturity. This is what it means to be emotionally free. You have broken the chains of your childhood patterns and stepped into the light of your own adulthood. You are finally ready to build a life based on reality rather than fantasy. The journey of the soul is not about finding someone to lose yourself in, but about finding the courage to be found. When you stop hiding behind your obsessions and start living your truth, you become visible to the right people. You become a beacon for those who are searching for the same honesty and depth that you now possess. This is how the 10% of real divine connections actually happen. They don't happen through chasing, they happen through alignment. Two people who have done their inner work simply recognize each other in the crowd. There is no drama, no games, and no uncertainty. There is only the simple, powerful truth of two souls saying, "I see you." This is the destiny Jung wanted for you. Not a love that hurts, but a love that heals. Not a love that confuses, but a love that clarifies. Not a love that ends in a wound, but a love that starts with a whole heart. You have everything you need to begin this new chapter right now. Trust yourself, honor your journey, and never settle for anything less than a love that respects your light. As you step into this new way of living, you will notice that the world around you begins to respond differently. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch up to you. This is the law of emotional resonance. You are no longer vibrating at the frequency of lack or desperation. You are moving with the frequency of self-sufficiency. You might lose some friends or social circles that were built on shared trauma or constant venting about romantic pain, and that is okay. Silence is often the price of growth. This quiet space is not a sign that you are failing, but a sign that you are upgrading. You are clearing out the noise so you can hear the subtle whispers of your own intuition. Jung believed that our greatest task is to bring the darkness into the light. By looking at your obsession and calling it what it really is, you have already done the hardest part. You have pulled back the curtain on the ego's greatest trick. Now, you get to decide what happens next. You are the author of the next chapter. You can choose to spend it waiting for a phone to ring, or you can choose to spend it building a life so rich and meaningful that a phone call is just a small detail in a much larger story. When you are truly busy becoming the best version of yourself, you don't have time to wonder if someone likes you. You are too busy liking your own life. This is where the magic happens. In this state of total self-acceptance, you become a force of nature. You become the kind of person who inspires others simply by existing. You show the world that it is possible to be whole without someone else's permission. This is the greatest gift you can give to a future partner, the gift of a whole, happy, and healed human being. You aren't looking for a savior, and you aren't trying to be one. You are simply looking for an equal. And because you have found your own worth, you will settle for nothing less. You are now protected by your own standards. You are guided by your own peace. You are finally, truly, and completely free to love and be loved in a way that honors your soul. This path of self-discovery leads you to the ultimate understanding that there is no such thing as a wasted encounter. Every person who caused you pain and every moment of longing was actually serving a higher purpose. They were the fire that burned away your illusions, leaving behind only what is real. You can now look back at your past with gratitude rather than regret, seeing each heartbreak as a necessary lesson that brought you to this moment of clarity. You are no longer a victim of your history, but the master of your destiny. Jung's wisdom teaches us that we do not solve our problems so much as we outgrow them. You are outgrowing the need for external validation and stepping into a life of internal authority. From this day forward, your interactions will be defined by a new sense of dignity. You will no longer accept the crumbs of someone's attention because you know the value of your own presence. When you meet someone new, you won't ask yourself if they like you. You will ask yourself if you like how you feel when you are around them. This simple shift in perspective is the mark of a healed soul. You are protecting your peace as if it were your most valuable treasure, because it is. This is not the end of your story, but the beginning of a much more authentic one. You are finally ready to experience life without the heavy fog of obsession. You are standing in the clear air of reality, where true connection is possible and where your spirit can finally breathe. Everything you have learned in this journey has been about returning to yourself. The love you were looking for was never lost. It was just hidden beneath the noise of your fears. Now that the noise has stopped, you can finally hear the song of your own life. It is a song of strength, resilience, and beauty. You are a complete work of art, and any person who enters your life from now on is simply a guest in the beautiful home you have built for yourself. Trust this new strength. Trust your own heart. You have everything you need to create a future filled with genuine love and lasting peace. In this final stage of your journey, you realize that the search for fate was always a search for your own forgotten power. You understand now that no person was ever meant to be your missing piece because you were never truly broken. Jung's greatest lesson is that the soul already contains everything it needs to be happy. All the intensity you projected onto others was just your own life force waiting for you to claim it. When you take that energy back, you become an immovable center of peace. You stop reacting to the world and start responding to your own inner truth. This is the moment when the heavy weight of the past finally drops away, leaving you light and ready for the future. Your life is now a clean slate where you can write a story of true partnership rather than one of survival. You move through the world with a quiet confidence that does not need to shout to be heard. You are no longer afraid of rejection because you have already accepted yourself. You are no longer afraid of being alone because you have discovered that your own company is a sanctuary. This inner stability is the foundation upon which real, lasting love is built. It is a love that does not drain you, but refills you. It is a connection that does not ask you to lose your mind, but helps you find your purpose. As you close this chapter, remember that you are the creator of your own resonance. The love you deserve is not a prize you win at the end of a race. It is a natural reflection of the respect you show yourself every day. You have faced the truth, healed your wounds, and awakened your consciousness. You are no longer chasing shadows in the dark. You're walking in the full light of your own being. The journey has been long and difficult, but it has brought you home. Everything you are and everything you have become is enough. You are ready to live, ready to grow, and finally, ready to love with a free and open heart. This final shift in your perspective changes how you see the world forever. You realize that the universe was never trying to punish you by keeping you apart from that person. It was actually protecting you until you were strong enough to handle a real connection. Every delay was a gift of time for you to grow. You now see that a person who is truly meant for you will never be someone you have to chase, because you cannot lose what truly belongs to your soul. This realization takes away all the urgency and all the panic. You no longer feel like you are running out of time because you are living in a way that is timeless. You have moved from a life of constant searching to a life of constant being. From this high point of awareness, you can finally offer others the greatest gift possible, a version of yourself that is not seeking anything from them. When you're no longer trying to get something from a partner, whether it is security, worth, or happiness, you are finally free to actually see them. You stop seeing them as a tool to fix your life and start seeing them as a fellow traveler. This is the only way to build a relationship that actually lasts. It is a bond based on choice, not on need. You stay because you want to, not because you're afraid of what would happen if you left. This is the ultimate victory over your old patterns. You have replaced the chains of dependency with the wings of freedom. Your journey through the ideas of Jung has led you to a place where you are the master of your own heart. You understand that love is not a feeling that happens to you, but a capacity you develop within yourself. The more you love your own journey, the more you attract people who love their own journeys too. You are now part of that small percentage of people who can experience a connection that is both deeply spiritual and perfectly grounded in reality. You have turned your pain into a map, and that map has led you to the truth of who you are. The story you once told yourself about that old obsession is gone, replaced by a much more beautiful reality. You are whole, you are free, and you are ready for the love that matches your new light.